Video games can leave a lasting impression on any gamer, some more fleeting than others. However, that was not the case with me and the Life is Strange franchise. This series ticked every box for me, from the soft visuals, carefully articulated characters, complex relationships, and the soundtrack. It was no question as to why I fell in love with the Life is Strange series so quickly. At the heart of it all was a complex rhythm of choices that you as an immersed gamer have control over, which led to endless hours of gameplay, all building to that final choice at the end of the game, to save Arcadia Bay or to save the beloved final girl, Chloe Price. Never before has a game brought me to actual tears. I'm not going to go into too much discussion on the previous games, as I have very clearly established I'm obsessed. I loved the game, the prequel. Don't think it could have been done any better than it was. I didn't play the second game, and although I was even a bit hesitant to watch a gameplay of it on YouTube, I do think it was a strong game with an ideal premise, and didn't stretch too far from what Life is Strange was. I will admit, bias might be at play here regarding the new upcoming Life is Strange game. I will admit I could not even bring myself to finish watching someone play True Colours. I didn't really take a liking to the characters in that game, especially the protagonist. I got bored of the story, and to be honest, I hated her power so much, especially that one scene where she first uses her power. I can't hack it. Anyways, I am here to share my opinions and hot takes as to why my expectations for the next Life is Strange game are on the floor. It pains me to even say that, to be honest, only because the fan service they are giving us is absolutely insane. I mean, after all these years, they brought back Max Caulfield as a playable character, as the protagonist, and yet I'm still not satisfied. But I will break it down as to why I probably will not enjoy it. And as a disclaimer, I do hope I eat my own words. I hope the game comes out, I play it, and I'm pleasantly surprised. And I'll probably have to private this video as a result of embarrassment. But for real, a lot of time and energy and creative talent, I imagine, has gone into this game, so I don't want to bash it too much before it's even out. But I can't help thinking, was it even necessary? Has Max not been through enough, babes? The most notable part of the new video game that kind of irks me is the graphics. Now obviously the previous games have outdated graphics by today's standards, but I do think it was intentionally stylized in a way by the developers Don't Nod. It gave a sort of unique soft aesthetic that I hadn't seen in many other games like that. I did notice a major shift in graphics and advancement in graphics when True Colours came out, and to be honest I didn't like it all too much then either. I think the graphics majorly improving isn't the issue here. It's more the fact there is a beloved main character, Max, making a reappearance with said graphics. I feel like it may just take away a lot of the charm that we saw previously with her character. But then again, what are we gonna ask them to do, like downgrade the graphics? Not really feasible. And that kinda leads me on to the topic of Max's new look, so to speak. And it does kind of fall in the same vein as the graphics being improved and updated, but Max has changed. I know I'm biased because I do have an attachment to the character, so when I saw that she looks a bit different, it just doesn't look right. There's something kind of off. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks this, because when I saw a promotion of the new game, the new release on Instagram, I saw loads of comments saying the same thing. Kind of a jump scare, to be honest. So don't come for me. This is a collective thought, babes. I also have noticed from dissecting the trailer of the new game, notice how Max does not sit down at any point of this screening. I believe Maxine Caulfield has undergone a Brazilian butt lift, meaning she can't sit down. A tummy tuck seems to have occurred since graduating college, and regarding her face, it seems she has undergone several brow lifts, facelift, rhinoplasty, and lip. Jesus Christ. What the f am I on about? Okay, I am taking the piss. But you have to admit, she does look different, and it is giving uncanny valley. Deadass. Maybe I am just not used to the change yet. I mean, I'll probably change my mind when I've sat and played the new version of her for hours, so. But she does look different. Now let's talk a bit about the fan service. I'm gonna say this right off the bat, and it is a major hot take for this video. Guys, are you ready? I don't think they should have brought back any character or even referenced them Please let their story die. Deadass. The ending to the first game had two majoring differences, and you as the gamer decided what was canon for you. To be honest, from my perspective, I actually like both endings to the first game. I don't think there's one better than the other, if that makes sense. Like, I can kind of see the direction. Obviously there's that big, you know, debate and the big dilemma between the choices, but that's what they did so well. So yeah, I actually like both endings, but that's what it should have been. Period. To me, it's just so weird to bring back Max into a game. I mean, I know it is fan service because people are gonna eat that shit up no matter what. Like, people will want to play Max Caulfield no matter the plot holes or the differences because she is a beloved character in the franchise. What I don't get, and it might just be me, but why do her mates keep getting shot? And she suddenly has to save the motherfucker. Like, have we not learned? Jojo! Have you learned nothing? Like, that is twice now, babes. Like, really think about it. If I were Max, and my mates kept dropping dead because of gunshots, at that point I'd just reverse my whole existence. Reverse right back to the womb and strangle myself with my umbilical cord. Who's asked? Who's asked? And you probably sat there wondering who would complain about fan service. But I really think, as much as I love their characters and I'm invested in their relationships and their story and that amazing narrative, that's just what it is. Just replay the first game, babes. Let's bring something new to the table. Apart from True Colours, that was not the vibe.
It's not the vibe. Stop!
What also made me really fall in love with Life is Strange, like originally, was the soundtrack. It was organically sourced, you know, it wasn't specifically made for the first game, but it just fits so well. And when the artist's daughter did make a soundtrack for Before the Storm, it just sounded like it was made for it, if that makes sense. Well, because it was made for it, but you know what I mean. And the original soundtracks are something that I visit still to this day. You already know I be listening to Obstacles Sid Matters on the way to work. Plodding along, thinking I'm the main character, thinking I'm the shit. Listen to that depressing song, but it's great. I love it. With that being said, I've hated the new music with the new games. I'm so sorry to say. It just feels like they're depending heavily on lyricism and like more popular, already established indie artists, rather than harnessing a, you know, a type of feeling or emotion. I probably do sound a bit like a hater here, so I do apologise. But I have found the newer songs, even with True Colours, they were just really cringe. But again, I've not heard all the music and all the soundtrack for the new game. Obviously it's not out yet, so I may have a differing opinion in a few weeks, but from what I've heard, not a fan. Okay, now I actually sound like a flat out hater, but I have found the promotion for the new game, like via Instagram or YouTube or the trailers or whatever. I have found them ever so slightly cringe. Especially with the heavily narrated trailers. Let's just let the video game play out on itself. Like, I'm really sorry to say, but it is giving Mr. Tumble. Find out what happens to Chloe Price's knockoff bestie as she gets shot in the face. Like, really? Sorry, that was very uncalled for, but like, for real, I hate a narrator, I don't know why. In conclusion, my loves, besides the whole Max thing, the plot might be really good. Her powers seem to have growing abilities and enhancements with the parallel universe thing, so it will be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm all for giving it a go, but I'm sticking true to my opinions and my final thoughts. I do think that the story should have been left alone. You know, the little universe of Arcadia Bay with Max, Chloe, Rachel, even Blackwell Academy, it should have been laid to rest. It really does beg the question though for me, how is fan service usually played out? Is it usually received with welcoming open arms, or is it, much like myself, a bit pushed away to the side because you don't want to ruin its previous, you know, attributes and storylines? And it will be interesting to watch the fan service be delivered after all these years. But yes, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm very open to discussion. I do really enjoy this series still, and I guess I can't really judge it until it comes out and I've experienced it for myself. But the recent Life is Strange games have just been hitting a little different. I mean, not necessarily in a bad way, just in a way that isn't for me. But that's okay. Let me know if you share similar opinions differing opinions, that's also okay. This is a safe space to talk and have discourse in the chat. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you would like more commentary videos like this, do let me know, and I appreciate you all sticking around and seeing what I have to offer on my channel. It's been really nice seeing a little bit of growth and talking with you guys as a little community. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!